The motto for the New York State Lottery used to be, hey, you never know. It was a catchy slogan to make us think, what if? What if I did win the jackpot? What if I won big and had the ability to live the lifestyle I only dreamed of? That theme carries from the lottery vending machines to the bingo hall to the slot machines and to the poker table. All it takes is one big win and your life can be changed overnight. Men and women both have these dreams and both gamble. However, both sexes have been stereotyped when it comes to gambling in films and in real life. From the old lady at the slot machines to the man resembling James Bond with a beautiful woman on his arm and winning big at the poker table. Is there any truth to these stereotypes? I interviewed 4 people, 2 males and 2 women, to find out how accurate these stereotypes are.
The first time I ever gambled by playing slots was probably 20 years ago.
Okay.
And it was in Las Vegas. I went for a company trip. They were having a trade show, and I went as part of a team. And we were each given money to $20 to gamble. Before Jarrett moved to Las Vegas, it was probably once every very few years. But once my son Jarrett moved to Las Vegas, it's probably at least once a year.
So when you do gamble, what is your favorite game to play?
Slots.
Okay.
I do that because I hate to lose money quickly. The largest amount of money that I've ever gambled is $50. At one time you're talking about, right?
Yeah, in one outing, right.
Yeah, $50. I have never played poker because I don't know how. And blackjack, no, but I did play, what's the wheel called?
Roulette?
Roulette. I played roulette once, but I lost my money too fast. I don't like to gamble because I don't like to throw money away. In fact, if I win something on a lotto ticket, most of the time it's not much. So I use that to buy another one instead of using my own money.
What's the most you ever won on a lottery ticket? I think you mentioned that, but
the most I've ever won on a lotto ticket is $35.
So not a huge winner.
Nope. My average winning is $2.
It's a nice bag of chips or something, right?
Yep. That's why it goes for another $2 lotto ticket.
Right. Makes sense.
I think the first time I really ever gambled was in a bar somewhere where they had those pull tab things.
Right. Yeah.
And I got absolutely sucked into that. And, fortunately, it wasn't all that expensive, but the odds of winning are fairly low to begin with. And I'm not much of a gambler. However, I do like going to the casino now and then. And you're absolutely right. My wife and I are completely polar opposite when it comes to how we do it. So for some reason, I think that when the lottery winnings get up around 200 or 300 million or half a billion or whatever, that I have a better chance of winning, and why not? So I will go in there and I'll probably I'll do that, and I might do that 3 or 4 times a year. I don't do the scratch off thing very often. Maybe somebody will give me those tickets for my birthday or whatever, or I'll do that with somebody else. But it's lottery tickets. It just a little bit. I also like to go to. Well, and I like the noise there, and every once in a while you win, and then that's when the problems begin. I do enjoy playing blackjack now and then, although I've never been really good at it because I don't do it well. And if you realize you don't do it well, chances are you're not going to lose that much money by not doing it. But I do like the slot machines, and that's a lot of fun. The problem is my wife could stay in there with nickels for hours and hours and hours and just have fun, and she might win $100. I can't do the nickels. I gotta go for the big time money, right? So I'll find do the $1 one, and then of course on the slot machines there's like 5 lines on there, and if you only bet one line, then you don't win that very much. So I'm constantly betting all 5 lines, and then of course I'm out of money. And then there's the times though that when you win, then I think, wow, I won this much. Now I can win this much. And I figure I came in there without that money anyway. So I might as well keep going until it's over with. And then, of course, you always lose. And once in a while, I will find myself with the discipline of walking away once in a while. And it's usually something to time out. I have to be somewhere else or whatever. It's never my own mind, but that's how it works. I tend not to win very much. Once in a while, if I win $200 or $300 on a slot machine or something, I just keep going till it's gone. In the hopes that I'll hit the big progressive and walk away with millions of dollars. Not hardly ever happens to anybody. So that's yes, I lose it all the time. Every once in a while, I have the discipline to take that 300 and leave, but that's pretty rare.
Right.
Never got to the bill paying part, thank goodness. However, out in Las Vegas, once you're out there, I mean, probably the first time I went out, you think, well, when am I ever going to get back here again? I might as well enjoy the thing. So I take $500 and it's gone in an hour and a half. So that's probably the worst. The best was, I think the best was in Vegas also, where I won $1,200 on a roulette wheel, which, I'm pretty much a red or black type of guy. I mean, I'll just stick with that rather than get all fancy with it. And the law of averages say you win. And I think I won $1,200 that way. And wound up blowing it on other stuff or going to a show that we normally wouldn't have gone to or whatever. But the money was all gone at the end. That's the bottom line. So
It's probably a lottery ticket because usually I think that's what everybody plays first.
Mm.
And you see that Mega Million, you're like, oh, I could do that. It's only $1 or $5 or whatever the Mega Million is nowadays. But I think that was my first time gambling. But the first time like casino style gambling was probably 2007 or 8 when we did a cruise. That's really my first time gambling. For me, gambling is just fun. So I see it as entertainment. So if you go into like a concert, I go in knowing that I'm going to play $200 and expect to lose $200. Now, if I win, that's a plus. But I go in thinking I'm going to lose.
All right.
I think that's the difference between like fun gamblers and people that do it for a career. I usually stay away from poker just because you're playing a person, and usually in poker, you got to put a lot of money down. My favorite ones to play right now are blackjack and roulette. Roulette has the best chance because it's pretty much almost a 50-50. You can go black or red. You can do odds or evens. So you have the most control under that. But you only really double your money. You can't really make a huge amount unless you bet a huge amount. Right now, I play blackjack the most because I just find that the most fun. You get to interact with people next to you. Obviously, not now because it's COVID, but before that, you could interact with the people and you're not really betting against the people. And usually, I would play the lower bets just because those are the people that just are there to have fun. Unless you go to like the $50 tables, people are serious. They don't want to talk to you. They just want to make their money. So usually I do like the 5, 10, maybe $25 tables during a certain period of time, but that's it. I'll be on a hot streak and then I'll go, okay, I hope I don't want to lose all this money. So then I'll set aside a certain amount to lose. So I know, okay, I started with $20. Then I won $100. So then I'll set aside $40. So at least at the end, even if I mess up, I still have $40 that I won, or at least 20 by that time.
All right.
But yeah, this definitely is like betting to me is a time limit. You have a certain amount of time to win money, and even if you're doing good, there's a chance if you go too long, you're going to start to lose.
Right.
So that's just how you got to know when to pull it.
How much is the most you ever lost gambling?
$100.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yep.
All right. Have you ever done? So I know this has happened to me before, so I'll ask you. You ever do that thing where you lose money and you're like, I gotta get that money back that I lost? So then you gamble.
Oh yeah, that's how I lost $100. You're like, I can't. I got at least got to break even, and then even goes way negative, and then you're like, okay, I can't lose no more money. But usually I bring a certain amount of cash, and that's all I use. So once that cash is done, it's done.
Studies show that men who gamble were more likely than women to report problems or addictions. Also, the issues that men face are with those strategic or face-to-face forms of gambling like poker or blackjack. The same studies show that women tend to have issues with non-strategic, less personally interactive forms of gambling such as slot machines or bingo. I spoke with Carrie, who admits she has had gambling problems in the past. Let's see if she fits the mold.
I like either scratch offs if I'm not like at a casino, but if I'm going to a casino, I prefer like the blackjack tables.
Okay.
There are times that I've gone beyond what I've gone with, where I brought like my debit card and they have ATMs at the gambling centers, so I'll go get extra money out. But usually what I do is whatever my winnings are is what I'll use. And sorry, I said that wrong. Whatever my winnings are, I save and pocket those and play what I have. No, I used to go to a casino and they didn't have the tables. It was only slots. So we didn't have tables to play on, so we just played slots.
Okay. Have you ever gambled to the point where you've lost money and now you're going in deeper to try to regain the money that you lost?
I have.
Yeah. What's the most you've ever won?
$3,700.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
What's the most you ever lost?
Probably about 1,000.
When you were into gambling, how often would you go to gamble, to a casino or an event, anything like that?
Probably at least 5 times a week.
Wow. Do you think that you were a problem gambler at one point?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and your problems with like the blackjack and stuff like that?
No, I used to go to a casino and they didn't have the tables. It was only slots. So we didn't have tables to play on, so we just played slots.
Okay, so when you found yourself having issues, it was with slots.
Correct.
Okay. How much would you gamble playing slots?
At the time,
Mm-hmm.
probably whatever I had in my pocket.
So you would pretty much go until broke.
Correct.
I see. Okay.
If I win big, I'm gonna keep playing, but I'm gonna pocket at least half of it. And when I say big, it's got to be at least $1,000. I will definitely pocket at least a minimum of $500, and I'll at least know that I'm leaving with $500. But if I was to win like, a measly $20, depends on the day. It depends on how I feel. If I'm super excited about it, I might pocket it and be like, I won $20, or I'll just keep playing and probably end up losing it. If you have an addictive personality, it's a bad thing to do because you can lose a lot of money. And you can win big and think that you won big, but you actually lost because you used so much money to get that big win. Very rarely are you going to walk in and put money into a machine and hit big on your first try. Does it happen? Yeah, not very often. So I would just say don't do it.